Hi, it's John. It's May 22, 2024. At least it is as I'm recording this, and I'm standing in High Park, Toronto, Canada, in a little area called the picnic area with concrete beneath my feet and the roof above my head and the grass and trees all around. So far, everything sounds sane, right? Okay, but I said so far. Now, let me show you something. First, a little shot of the scenery around me. Typical park, right? Everything looking nice and parky, nice and natural. There's even a little bird running along. And this park actually has all kinds of interesting animals. But that's not what this video is about. This is what this video is about. Inside this picnic area that I'm standing in which I'm standing, I should say, excuse that grammatical slip. Look at this. There is a sign posted by the city of Toronto. And what does it say? When I first read it, I had to read it twice to make sure I wasn't hallucinating because I was thinking it can't possibly say what I think it says. It can't be that absurd. It can't be that insane, but it is. There we are. Toronto picnic area by permit only. So this is the picnic area in which I'm standing, okay? Like I said, concrete below, roof above, open area along the side, of course, because it's a park, and benches, and in the middle here, picnic tables, right? Garbage cans or canisters over there. And again, the sign, back to the sign. Yes, it does really say what it looks like it says. It says picnic area by permit only. To book, please call permits office at, and there's your phone number. Right? I mean, life is bad now in so many ways. As if you're watching, any of my other videos, what I've been doing in recent months on a campaign of truth and justice. Not much to laugh at. Come on, hacked vehicles, hacked, jacked up cell towers. It's nasty, right? Add that to other stuff that's happening in the world, like the fake pandemic that we just went through, and the phony war in Russia, Ukraine. Not that it's not a real war. It's a real war. It's phony in the sense that the West provoked Russia by putting weapons in Ukraine that they promised Russia before they would not put. Yeah, they provoked them because the West wants a war at least once every 10 years. It's called feeding the military-industrial complex. It's what former U.S. President Eisenhower warned about shortly after he was out of office. He warned about the military-industrial complex. Well, we've seen plenty of examples of it. This is just the latest one, of course. 9/11, 2001, 9/11 was just another example, and so was the phony weapons of mass destruction that launched the war in Iraq, and I think it was 2003, the one that killed 100,000 Iraqis, 100,000 innocent people. For no reason except to feed the military-industrial complex. So, yeah, it happens, right? A lot of nasty stuff is happening in the world, right? So there's not much to laugh at. But every once in a while, you come across something that, even if you're on death row, you would still probably laugh at this. I mean, even if you have a terminal illness that is, that you're on death's door, you're like, 2 days away from meeting the Grim Reaper. Which who the hell knows, I may be not 2 days, but maybe not too much farther. But the point is, no matter how insane, serious, unhappy, horrible life is, every once in a while you may come across something that still makes you laugh at least a little bit. And this sign really, did it for me. I mean, come on. To book, please call permits office. The phone number. I mean, in a park, picnic area by permit only, and there's not just one sign. In case you think somebody, had a mental breakdown and put up that one sign because they're having a bad day because of their mental breakdown. No, it's not just one sign. This sign tells you again it's a picnic area. But oh wait a minute, maybe it is just one sign. I thought the other sign said that too. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, no, I was right. It isn't just one sign. Okay, so look. So there's another one here, right? The same sign on the other diagonal post on a diagonal from the other one. So there it is. Same thing. Picnic area by permit only. Please call permits office, right? So that's that one, and there's the original one I showed you diagonally across from the first one again. Permit only, right? So I've been here for a couple of hours now. So I've broken all kinds of insane laws. I guess I should be thrown in jail for having what did I eat here? Let's see. Let me just think. I had some cheese and some type of weird bread, and I also had a chocolate bar and some milk. There's the remnants. There's the milk container on the ground. There's a wrapper from a chocolate bar on the ground as well. So yeah, I'm littering too because I figure, I talk about civil disobedience. I figure, hey, this is the least I can do. I can break picnic laws. I can have picnics where I'm not allowed to. I can also litter because I figure, since the city of Toronto and other levels of government aren't doing anything about hacked, crashed vehicles and hacked, jacked up cell towers, so, since they're not doing anything about that, and they have money, for example, to guard manholes that are being worked on construction-wise on intersections, like for example. Last night, I was standing on the intersection. Of Young and College, and there was a cop, a Toronto police officer, guarding construction workers working on the road there. Now, this is not the first time I've seen this. Okay, this happens a lot. This is like short after 11 p.m. last night. Okay, but it happens a lot. I've seen a lot of construction areas only in Toronto guarded by police. Nothing's happening, right? There's no terrorist attacks, no terrorists attacking, no bank robbers attacking these construction zones. Believe me, these construction workers are not being attacked or harassed or threatened by anyone. They're doing their work like they do in any other city. They're just doing their work, and believe me, there would be no difference in the amount of work done or not done or performed or quality of work, whether or not there was a police officer there. But this is what the city of Toronto spends their money on. So I figure, if they can spend their money on patrolling holes in the ground instead of arresting or at least surveilling hackers who are killing people, and they can spend their money printing and posting signs telling us not to have picnics in a park without a permit, then they can also spend their money cleaning my fucking chocolate bar wrapper on the ground. And some tissues I threw on the ground too. So let's get real, people. This is how these morons think. Oh, by the way, this is the same city of Toronto brainiacs, geniuses, who couldn't figure out last year in 2023 that a particular tree might fall, either the whole tree or a large bough from the tree might fall and kill a woman, even though they were warned more than once by at least one person on record, and the mainstream media did only a teeny weeny bit of story on this, even though they should have done more. And somebody should have been charged there with criminal negligence causing death, because this person warned the city of Toronto more than once that there was a tree looking very dangerous, like it could fall over at any moment and kill someone, okay? Either a tree or a large bough from the tree. And they did nothing. And then, sure enough, that tree or a large bough from that tree did indeed fall over last year and killed a woman. And no one got charged. No one got charged with criminal negligence causing death or anything. But me, if I stand here long enough, sooner or later some City of Toronto moron will come along and charge me with having a picnic in a picnic area without a permit. That's the kind of fucking insanity, lunacy our goddamn society has devolved to. So I'm not really too surprised that there's vehicles being fucking hacked and crashed and cell towers being hacked and jacked up and people being fucking injured and even murdered by it. I'm not too surprised, really. Because our government workers are much too busy doing other important stuff
like guarding holes in the ground and putting up permits signs saying we can't have picnics in parks without permits. You know, you know, we have to forgive them for letting the big stuff go because this little stuff is so important. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. Anyway, I wasn't even pissed off when I started this video, but the more I started thinking about it, talking about it, you know, everything put together, it just drives me fucking nuts. Yeah, what else? Okay, there's a few minutes left on this video, so I guess I'll make a little announcement regarding my website, ifplanehitshouse.org. That website is probably, I am probably going to discontinue that website for a number of reasons. I'm not going to get into all of them here, but I am probably going to discontinue it. And as for the details, I may or may not have some more details on that in the future. But for now, I'm just going to say that I'm probably going to discontinue it. Probably it will still be up and running until the end of May of this year, 2024. Probably it will still be up and running until then, and probably not after that. However, you can still check, right? You can still check, and who knows? It might go a few days after into June as well. Depending on the company that I pay to put it up and they maintain it in the background. I mean, I do everything on it. All the content is mine, but they do like the technical stuff in the background. They put it up, and they make sure that it stays up, right? And I pay them a monthly fee every month. But since there's a few minutes left on it, I'll say a few reasons why I'm taking down. Or at least one of the reasons. Well, one of the reasons, for example, is that it's not. It can't be accessed on certain Wi-Fi, like on certain public Wi-Fi. If you go to a certain coffee shop or store or public Wi-Fi, in a mall, whatever, in certain. At certain Wi-Fi locations, it can't be accessed, right? You put in the name in the address bar, and nothing comes up. Nothing comes up, or a blank page comes up, or a heading comes up saying, this site can't be accessed, for various reasons, blah blah blah, or for no reason, gives you an option of reasons, reason. It gives you a list of options why maybe it's not being, accessed, like it's not recognized by the network or some technical bullshit like that. I can't remember, but the point is it can't be accessed at some sites, right? That's number one, and then number two, there are some things on the site that I wanted to do that for whatever reason I'm not able to do them, either because I'm not finding the right selection or category and clicking it right, or the menus are really complicated. Or who knows? Maybe it was hacked by who, and he corrupted certain features of the site. I don't know, right? Yeah, so there might be another reason I can't remember right now. But the point is, again, I haven't decided 100% sure, but probably I'm going to take it down because. Well, yeah, for those, for those reasons. I mean, if I'm going to have a site, I want it to be reliable, right? And I want to be able to use all the features of the site to try and get the message out through all the various means, including like search engine optimization, searches, that type of stuff, right? And I haven't been able to do all the features like that, right? So I figured what I might do is I might get some other site, but in the meantime, and maybe in the long run too, I might just basically do only videos on existing platforms, like continue doing them on YouTube, and maybe add some other existing large platforms like streaming platforms similar to this, or whatever, because at least these can be accessed anywhere, right? And at least these are free, right? Because I've spent over 1,000 hours of unpaid labor time on this campaign of truth and justice, making videos, doing research, phone calls, in-person conversations, traveling, for this purpose, halfway across the country, and I think other stuff I can't even remember all now. Of course, paying for the site, technically equipment, other stuff I can't even remember now. So that's actual money I've spent, and then the time I've spent. Like I said, over 1,000 hours, of putting in the work, and obviously, nothing's been solved yet. Anyway, I just noticed I'm out of time. Yeah, I'm out of time on the viewfinder. I got in this camera. I got in the video now. Thanks. Bye.